So on today's webinar, welcome everyone. It's Microsoft Tech Wednesday from Sibasi, and we'll be talking about automation with Power Apps. And our speaker today is called Brandon Kipkoech, and he's a certified Power Platform Solution Architect. And he's going to tell us like how do you automate stuff using Power Apps? How can you even the work that you have in organization using the Power Platform? So Sibasi, who are we? We are Sibasi, and we are an innovative ICT service and solution company. So we technically advocate for better services, better solutions for you to have success in your business. So sample of the services that we offer include Microsoft 365 integration using things such as SharePoint, Dynamics 365, and Power Apps. And we also offer system integrations whereby we can create for you a system that meets your specific needs. So with that being said, if you have any question, you can reach out to us via the chat and then we shall respond to your question. So I'll now introduce Brandon to come and take over and tell us what you can do with Power Apps.
Thank you, Winnie. So my name is Brandon Kipkoech. I'm a software developer here at Sibasi. So today we'll be talking about automation with Power Apps. So the agenda today is, as Winnie has introduced, about us and we are and the solution and services we offer. We'll start with Power Automate, benefits of using the Power Automate, types of clouds, the connectors. Then I'll show a live scenario how to automate Power Apps. Is Power Automate? Power Automate is a part of Microsoft Power Platform. It is for processes to automate processes. For example, in different apps like Power Apps, you can automate the solution you are making using the Power Automate. One example of Power Automate is like you can make a flow that will tell you will notify you when an email has been sent to you. That is example. So benefits of using Power Automate is it streamlines everyday tasks. Like it make our daily tasks easier in businesses, in various our businesses, in our day-to-day activities in the office or wherever you work. So another benefit is improve workforce productivity, automate tasks across business systems, has ready-to-use templates. So even if you are not a developer, you can still use Power Automate. So that advantage of ready-to-use templates, it doesn't need a developer. You can be a businessman and you can still use Power Automate because it is no code to low code. Types of flows, we have three types of flows: cloud flows, desktop flows, and business process flows. So on cloud flows is used to is when you want to automate something through automatically, instantly, or over a schedule. When you talk about automated flows, how do you make automated flows? It's when a trigger or condition is met, like when an example I have is if you have encountered SharePoint, when you create an item, you can use automated flow to send a notification through email, tell you that an item has been added. And instant flows is manually triggered, like on Power Apps, you can when someone when you can set a button to trigger the flow. So on instant flow on through Power Apps, you can set a button that when a user clicks, it triggers the flow and it will the process will run. On scheduled flows is perfect for tasks that need to be automated on schedule. Like you can use it through when something has been updated weekly. When something is needed to be updated weekly, you can use scheduled flow. Desktop flows, it is used to automate tasks on the web or desktop. Desktop flows, examples of the simple and complex tasks. You can quickly organize your documents using dedicated files and folders. You can accurately extract data from websites and store them in Excel files using web and Excel automation. You can also apply desktop automation capabilities to put your work on autopilot on desktop flows. On business process flows, you provide a guide for people to get work done. Like it's a step to step on how business processes are done. So you can use the business process flows to help a user through something like a customer service. On connectors are a proxy or a wrap around an API that allows underlying services to work. Like can use connectors to connectors as a trigger and an action. So can use connector like there are templates like you can use for Twitter templates, Twitter connector to use it when you teach when an organizational account tweets, it can store the data through the connectors to another database. So an example is Salesforce, Office 365, Twitter, Google Services, and etc. I'll show you a live walkthrough. So on the live walkthrough, we will see the page there. When you log into the Power Apps, you can see through when you log into the Power Apps, and then you select the automate. This is the home page. The home page will be like this. Just a minute, it's load. The home page looks like this. The pricing. So when you select create, it has the types of workflows of the flows of Power Automate. So can either through when you decide which one you'll use through on your depending on your on the needs you need of your business or your application. You can use either automated, instant, scheduled desktop like you have discussed. So there are also ready-made templates you can use. There are ready-made templates. There are also you have an option for connectors. Connectors is used when you create a template. When you create or select one of the templates. So, I have one flow that I've already made. It is an automated template, which I'll show you how it works and how and everything about it. And connect us. Let's load. So on connect us, these are solutions that have been made. Then you have all connectors. So here you can either choose the Office Outlook, the SharePoint, depending on what you need. That's about connectors. You can also create custom connectors, which we'll discuss maybe next time. And you also need a subscription, like you've seen others have their premium, so you must pay for the license to use them. So the flow that I've already made, it uses Power Apps and SharePoint and an HTTP. It uses an API. So I combine both of them to make to create this flow. I'll show you. So so on this app, when someone creates a new record, it is stored in the SharePoint list, which it has a status column, which when it is new, when it is created or modified, it will show. So through the flow, when you have created the flow, this is an automated flow. So it automatically takes the specific SharePoint list that I've created, which you can set the address and the type of then list name, which every time when an item is created or modified, the flow will run. That's the trigger. Then the action. So the action, what I was trying to do was when an item is created, when the item is created, the flow starts. The flow is triggered, which will check, the flow will run, it is supposed to the same items that has been created on the SharePoint list should be also be created on a external database. So on this specific one, it uses an external API, which you through Postman you can check, which was created using Postman. So through here, which is the method post is to post all the items that have been created on the SharePoint list and to be created on an external database, also to be created in an external database. Yeah, so when the flow starts to run through, sorry, I forgot something. The conditions checks if the airtime is new or updated. Only on the SharePoint list, there's a status column that defines if it is new, updated, or deleted. So the conditions checks if the first conditions checks the status if it is new. If the list is new, if the column on status, if the record is new, it will run a post method to add a post which will post the specific data to an external database through the JSON file. This past JSON was I used this to get the specific ID that was returned, the output of the HTTP request. I used this past JSON to get the specific ID so that I can use to update the list. Through here, when you update the list, this is the last part of the update the status column to a specific value of inserted. If this condition is not met, the status condition, if the HTTP didn't run well, I should get a notification through my work email, notify me that the flow didn't run. That is the first condition. So if this first year condition is not met, there is a second condition that checks the status column if it is updated. So here, if this condition is met, another HTTP request that is post needs to be sent. On the app, if someone has updated the record that he had put it, here the HTTP updates the external database. The same thing happens on the past JSON file through the condition, which checks the condition if the HTTP request run well. So if it is true, the column on the SharePoint list is updated also with the ID, which if the status condition of the HTTP request is not met, I should also get an email to notify me that the condition has not been met, the flow didn't run. So when you go back to the second condition, where the status column is not updated, if it didn't meet the condition, the flow stops. The whole flow, the work of this whole flow is to just to update an external database from the SharePoint list and the Power Apps, so we have connectors that we used on this flow, like the SharePoint connector to update to check the SharePoint list, and also you have the HTTP request, which is also a connector which we use to connect to an API. So through this from what I've seen, you can use Flow to help in different needs of your business on different apps. But you've seen that you can use Power Apps and Automate plus SharePoint and plus an API, external API to help you in different needs. Those are the benefits of Automate. Automate also through the business logic flow, business process flow, each Power Apps also has a ready-made templates you can use. You have desktop flows. You have different templates you can check on different needs of your business or your app. Think you can answer. If you have any question, you can post it on in the comment section.
I can see there's a question. He's asking, since we use Automate to make since we use Automate to automate stuff and make common action be done easily. I have a question. Does it only restrict me to within the Microsoft environment?
Actually, no, because you can connect with anything like through the template you have seen. You can connect it with Twitter. You can connect it with Google. You can connect it with Dropbox. You can. There are different. That isn't only depend on the Microsoft Power Platform and the Microsoft.
I hope an answer. Right, I think that's it. So thank you so much, Brandon, for taking us through Automate. I think I was a bit surprised that you can even not. That's the most today. Anyway, so thank you guys. If you have any question, you can reach out to us via info@sbasi.com. Meanwhile, I think that's it for us today, and see you next time on Wednesday as we get to learn more on how we can integrate Microsoft products.